Alili is the director at Caucasus Policy Analysis Centre, and he joins us live now from Berlin. Thank you so much for being with us on the program. Now, what do you think are some factors that got the Armenian separatists to agree to the ceasefire only 24 hours after that anti-terror operation launched?
Well, I believe that the first reason is the success of military campaign itself. So there are some sources claim that more than half of the military capacity of the Armenian armed forces in Karabakh, they were destroyed within the first 24 hours. And they run out of ammunition very quickly. So I believe that if Azerbaijan army wasn't successful, so it might have continued for some time. But the precise strikes, the successful military campaign, that helped a lot. But also I believe that for the last couple of months, there were a lot of diplomatic attempts by Armenian side to bring real action from the global powers. In reality, those powers, they reacted verbally, and it was because Karabakh recognized as part of Azerbaijan, and nobody said that they are going to do any action. So that diplomatic efforts by Azerbaijan also demonstrated to Karabakh Armenians that there will be the help that they are expecting from Russians and others. That's not going to be there. So I believe that these two factors, the successful military campaign and the successful diplomatic campaigning, that helped a lot to achieve this result.
What about Armenian diplomacy? Do you think that Pashinyan will be able to use his diplomatic efforts in convincing these Armenian separatists to get a peace agreement inked on paper?
Well, that's the thing. Azerbaijan sees these two tracks completely different issues. The Karabakh issue is Azerbaijan's internal issue. So that's why Azerbaijan doesn't want Armenia to do anything with that. So the thing is, whatever is about Karabakh, its central government in Baku is going to talk to its own population, like ordinary folks talking to their government. But in terms of Armenia, yes, it's a state-to-state negotiation process. So I believe that in that sense, yes, Azerbaijan is going to demand that Pashinyan signs the peace deal and ending the hostilities, the war that for the last 30 years taking place between Armenia and Azerbaijan. So these are the two different tracks, and Pashinyan wants to show that, and they yesterday declared that they have nothing to do with that. So that's also a result of the successful military campaign that Azerbaijan had 1 year ago.
Right.
So Pashinyan knows that if it says that Armenia is part of it, so it gives a legitimate reason for to Azerbaijan to use this in international border.
Right.
Pashinyan wants to avoid that, so that's why it says that Armenia has nothing to do with that.
What about the reintegration process? There's a lot of talks around how the locals will be reintegrated, whether they're Armenian or Azerbaijani.
Yes, of course. Like I believe that Baku has, for the last 3 years, Baku developed its vision on this issue, and I believe that in the upcoming days and the weeks, we are going to see it in a more detailed manner. Certain plans, they are kept. They are not announced publicly because, like when Azerbaijan comes out and announces something publicly, immediately it's getting attacked. That planet gets attacked. So that's why Azerbaijan kept certain issues like the, behind closed doors. And we're going to see that details. But the main component of that is Azerbaijan ready to provide equal rights to all Karabakh Armenians if they wish it. They can accept the Azerbaijan citizenship, stay in Karabakh. As part of Azerbaijan, continue their lives there. But of course, there are going to be, let's say, the people with the criminal past, especially war crimes. And there will be people who are quite, let's say, quite aggressive attitude toward Azerbaijan. I don't think that those people are going to stay there. And for them, of course, there is most probably there will be a different kind of treatment. These issues it's a part of the, let's say, international experience that sometimes you have to, the transitional justice is very important in this context. And I believe that the details of this the process we're going to see in the upcoming days.
All right, the director at Caucasus Policy Analysis Centre, Ahmad Alili, thank you so much for being with us here on the NewsHour.